This blog post introduces a repository showcasing 2 GitHub Actions workflows aimed at helping users learn and experiment with GitHub Actions. The examples include a basic Hello World workflow and another workflow designed to test and validate code changes. The blog post discusses how to create a basic workflow using GitHub Actions, encouraging users to experiment with it and review the outcomes on their GitHub repository dashboard. Installation. No installation is required to run these workflows. Usage. The workflows are executed upon a push to GitHub. Workflow components. A workflow is an automated process that executes one or more jobs defined by YAML files in a repository. These workflows can be triggered by events, manual actions, or scheduled times. An example of workflow files includes helloworld.yml and test.yml, which are located in the .github/workflows directory. A runner is a server that executes workflows individually when triggered, processing one job at a time. GitHub offers runners for Ubuntu Linux, Windows, and Mac OS, ensuring each workflow run starts on a fresh virtual machine. For example, specifying runs on Ubuntu latest in configuration files like helloworld.yml and test.yml allows jobs to run in the latest Ubuntu environment. A job consists of a series of steps that are executed on the same runner. For example, a job named Say Hello is defined in Hello World YML, while another job called Test is found in test.yml. The text explains that a step in a workflow can either be a shell script or an action, and these steps run sequentially on the same runner, allowing them to share data. It provides examples, including a simple script in helloworld.yml and a series of steps in test.yml for tasks like checking out code, setting up Node.js, installing dependencies, and running tests. An event is an activity that initiates a workflow, exemplified by the push event used in helloworld.yml and test.yml. The text explains that an action is a reusable application for GitHub Actions, designed to streamline repetitive tasks and workflows. It provides an example with 2 YAML files, helloworld.yml, which has no actions, and test.yml, which includes actions like checkout to access repository files and set up Node to install Node.js on the runner. Workflow files and demo. This blog post describes a simple GitHub Actions workflow named Hello World that triggers upon a push event. The workflow consists of a single job called Say Hello, which runs on the latest version of an Ubuntu runner. The job executes a one-line script that outputs Hello World to the console. The results of the workflow can be viewed on the GitHub repository dashboard. The image illustrates the result of a Hello World workflow within a continuous integration and deployment pipeline. It showcases the successful execution of the workflow, highlighting the steps taken and their outcomes. The blog post introduces a GitHub Actions workflow file named test.yml, which is designed for continuous integration (CI) purposes. The workflow is triggered by a push event and comprises a single job called Test that runs on the latest version of Ubuntu. The job includes 2 steps. First, it checks out the repository code using the action/checkout at v4 action. And second, it sets up Node.js on the runner using the action/setup node at v3 action. The use of Node.js version 20.9.0 is shown. This includes steps to install dependencies using npm install and to run tests with npm test. After pushing changes to the repository, the workflow executes and the results are displayed on the GitHub repository dashboard. The image depicts the results of 2 workflows.